Hello, this is Lee Garbutt, assistant video producer at God is a Geek, and once again I am playing Bayonetta 2, which is a pleasure to do so. Last time I spoke a lot about the gamepad functionality and a bit about the game itself, what I could show at the time, and we're now allowed to show you the multiplayer mode, Tag Climax. It's quite interesting. It's partly a co-op mode, partly a versus mode where you play online with a partner, and basically you are given challenges. Essentially there are verses that you collect through verse cards through the main game by playing, getting to certain levels, etc., and you can use those in the multiplayer mode. And there are quite a few of them as well, so they're basically short battles, a nice bite-sized amount, and the idea is basically to kill all the enemies, which is pretty simple really. The idea is you need to kind of do better than your partner slash opponent. You know, the two players fighting the world, and at the end of it, if you get the most points, then you get the highest rank. Now, why would you get the highest rank? Well, the whole idea is that you can actually place bets with your money, with your halos rather, on who's going to win, and that creates an interesting idea of risk and reward, where if you put your halos where your mouth is and you win, then of course you get plenty more halos back, which helps in the single player mode extremely. Especially when you're trying to get some of the more expensive weapons and techniques available to you. So it's a very interesting mode that you may find that it enjoyable after playing the single player mode. It's a nice little addition. What I will say is, when you're playing the game with the Tag Climax mode, if you or your partner dies, you really need to run up to that partner and resuscitate them, otherwise the match will be over and you will basically lose. So not only are you fighting against your opponent to get as many kills as possible, you need to make sure they're alive, which creates an interesting bit of depth to the multiplayer. It's a nice mode. As you can see, I'm playing with the CPU at the moment because the game isn't quite out yet. I can't really find anybody to play with online, but luckily you can play it with just the CPU while you are waiting for a partner to show up online, which is always good. But yeah, that's Tag Climax. But while I'm here, I think I'll maybe give you an explanation of some other things I've been doing while playing Bayonetta. One thing I have found with Bayonetta 2 is how much quicker it is than the previous game. I've been playing the original game to help me with this review, with preview and hopefully the eventual review of this, and it surprises me how much quicker Bayonetta is in both movements, attacks, and the gameplay flows so very quickly. It's very chaotic, even more so than the original game, which kind of creates this very kind of fast-paced game that is very, very exciting to play and very, very exciting to watch, which hopefully you agree with as you're watching me play this. There are a large amount of weaponry available to Bayonetta this time around, which I'll be doing another video for this very soon. And I'm having a blast with it at the moment. It's early days yet, but I think there are quite a few improvements over the original game so far. It's just one of those things where we're just going to see how things carry over for the full game. But so far it's very enjoyable. If you like the original Bayonetta, then you will most likely like this as well. But yeah, it's very enjoyable so far.